Should NBA refs be able to challenge certain plays on the court? Find out on this episode. Steven Adams. They call him the Big Kiwi. However, 2 years ago, he was hit in his Kiwis by Draymond Green. And why isn't he held responsible for that? I have no idea. No fine, no suspension, nothing like that. Welcome, friends, family, because that's probably the only people that are watching right now. Well, as you all know, tonight was a fantastic night for NBA fans, except for one thing. The refs. And the refs are straight dookie. What does dookie mean? I don't know. I heard one of my friends say it. OKC and their greatest rival today. Anybody know who their greatest rival is? Anybody? It's the NBA refs. It's the NBA refs. I thought it was the Warriors. No, it's the refs. It's the refs. And I almost didn't make this video tonight. I almost went right to bed without my ice cream. And it's just such a tragic thing that happened tonight. Now, if you didn't get a catch the OKC San Antonio game, it was absolutely fantastic. Wonderful game. And I thought the officiating, for the most part, was pretty spot on. However, down the stretch of the game in the end of the fourth quarter, the first overtime, and also the double overtime, the refs seemed to really be in favor of San Antonio for some odd reason. And it needs to be looked at. Why aren't refs getting fined? I don't know. Players get fined all the time. Refs don't get fined. We can't challenge the ref's plays. If the ref doesn't call something on the court, we can't reverse it. There's nothing that we can do. So I want to know, does it sound like a good idea to you to challenge these calls? Do we want these calls in the game? Do you think it'll slow down the game? If we look at the NFL, we obviously see that these calls are crucial. And if it wasn't for these coach challenge plays, Super Bowls would have been lost. We wouldn't have the same Super Bowl champions we would today. If we take it from there, we see that there's inconsistencies in the players and there's inconsistencies for the refs. When this is all one game and all should be treated equal. On to the next issue. So, we have our All-Star votes in, and this is coming from the fans, and we see Steven Adams, even above Nikola Jokic, who's currently in the number 1 seed in the West, Denver Nuggets. Unbelievable, honestly. Steven Adams is getting a lot of love this year, which is a first. Also, Paul George is topping off the list as well in the All-Star voting at 3rd over Kevin Durant. Surprising. Very surprising. And at number 1, or number 2, I should say, we have the rookie Luka Doncic in the West for the front court. And at number 1, of course, LeBron James. So, All-Star game's looking pretty good. There's going to be a lot of snubs. Obviously, the West is loaded. The East, you're probably going to be seeing Goran Dragic in the All-Star game. You know, oh well. Have fun with that. Kyle Kuzma. If you guys were watching the Lakers game last night, Kyle Kuzma dropped 41 points in 3 quarters. Now, 41 points in 3 quarters. That's unbelievable for even an all-star. But this man was picked 27th overall in last year's draft. And then the year before that, Brandon Ingram was picked number 2 overall, playing the same position. And Kyle Kuzma is just outplaying him, obviously. And honestly, he's going to get more minutes, and he deserves those minutes. And it's great to see this while LeBron's injured. Honestly, this is going to be a blessing in disguise for the Lakers, and it's great to see. And then on to the MVP race. When it comes to the MVP race, Giannis faced another MVP in James Harden just the other night as well. With the Bucks beating the Rockets down the stretch, Giannis came up with 2 big buckets. Harden went 0-4 in the last 2 minutes. And they also have the best record in the league with the Bucks. Houston's still a little bit behind when it comes to the win category, but they could catch up. They've been on a roll. But so far, clearly it looks like it's Giannis at number 1. And at number 2, I think it's up for debate. Maybe Kawhi, maybe Paul George, and then I think you could throw in Harden and Steph Curry after that. Why is this significant? Well, the award is significant, and there comes a lot of expectation with that, and also a lot of extra money. Next, we have Anthony Davis. Rumors getting traded to the Lakers. And it's kind of funny because when it comes to Lakers and their fans, they really think they're going to get everybody. Now, when Paul George recently made his first visit to the Lakers since leaving them after being with them for 8 years. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. Oh, he never played for the team. Interesting. Well, he still received many boos. For what reason, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to come to the Lakers and play with LeBron. Okay. So, anyways, AD, Lakers fans, I know you're happy. A lot of trade rumors. Anthony Davis to the Lakers, going to be that second star. Well, today on Instagram, Anthony Davis actually liked someone's comment that said, Anthony Davis to the Lakers? Ha, he wouldn't want to join you bums. And I quote. And that shows a little bit of indication that fans are creepy, 1, and that number 2, Anthony Davis doesn't seem to want to go to the Lakers either. So no Kawhi in the offseason, no Jimmy Butler, no Paul George, and now no Anthony Davis. Things are looking bleak for you guys, but I wish you guys the best. Hopefully you guys can pull through and really get him on a trade because it doesn't look like he'll be signing with you in the offseason. Okay, now on to the legit title contenders. Right now, we have in the West the Warriors, the Nuggets, Oklahoma City, and Houston. Now, why would I choose these 4? Well, obviously, besides them being the top 4 teams in the West, and, Houston's a little further back behind, but they're picking up the slack. They have the rosters to get it done. The Warriors are disgruntled. They're getting an injured DeMarcus Cousins coming off of an Achilles injury. And we saw Kobe Bryant. We saw his injury, and he had posted 4 straight games with 40-plus points. Tore his Achilles, came back, was never the same. Now, for DeMarcus Cousins, he doesn't rely as much on his athleticism, but we'll see where that takes him. I'm hoping that he's all right, but also it's the Warriors. They have 4 All-Stars. They're having problems. They're not getting commitment from KD. They're in a bit of a rut. And with that, there can be actual other contenders this year. So, we look at OKC, number 1 defense in the league. We look at Houston, one of the top offenses in the league. They're just on fire. And then we look at the Nuggets, also one of the top offenses and pretty solid defense overall. So, with that, we have our West. And then with the East, we're looking at the Raptors at number 1, the Bucks at 1B, the Celtics, and then the 76ers. 76ers, recently, Jimmy Butler drama in the locker room. Again, he had just gotten traded from having drama in the locker room just a couple months ago. Doesn't look good for Jimmy Butler. So 76ers, I have at 4. At 3, Celtics. Celtics, they have the talent. The chemistry's not there. Took a tough loss tonight against the Heat. And then Raptors and Bucks, looking very complete. Raptors, great three-point shooting. Great defense. Great role players. Know exactly what they need to do. And the Bucks, the same. They could use a couple more three-point shooters, but when you have Giannis, who's 6'11", and can dribble the basketball, you can't ask for much more. And for our last thing for tonight, I'd just like to say thank you for joining me on this podcast and this adventure. Yes, I am an OKC fan. And that's okay. I will try to be as unbiased as possible, as I am a fan of the NBA, just like all of you, and I wish every single one of your teams the best luck. And let me know in the comments section below, do you think that NBA coaches should be able to challenge different ref calls? This is Clutch. Thank you for joining me tonight, and please do subscribe. Thank you. Arrivederci. I have no idea. I just added that.